have the infamous Lauren Jackson here, people.
Hello.
So, Lauren, tell us a little bit about yourself. Like, where are you from?
I'm from Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh, you're from here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How was it growing up?
East side. I mean, it was cool. I mean, I grew up in Lithonia, Georgia / Lakeside Tucker area. I was active. My parents were active. I didn't have the Atlanta experience that people see in the movies. It was a little bit of what they say, north side, but I had a little bit more of a really cultural upbringing in it. My parents were active with the mayor and certain highbrow people, so I had a old Atlanta view from the politician's perspective. We were involved in the National Black Arts Festival, went to the high, a lot of that stuff. So I love the old Atlanta, 1996 Olympics Atlanta.
When you said my parents get active, I was like, you be active in these streets?
No, not like that.
That is the old Atlanta, right?
That's what I'm saying. It was a different kind of active, but yeah.
You're an art curator, right? Mm-hmm. How did you get into that?
I think it kind of found me. I did study art history from high school and college. I studied graphic design as well because my parents weren't secure enough to think that art history would lead me to a career. So I also did graphic design. So I have a marketing background as well as a museum and gallery experience. And I think it wasn't until I got back to Atlanta in 2010 and I was working with the gallery here and they gave me the opportunity to curate exhibitions. And that was in 2017, 2018. And it kind of stuck. And I realized I had an eye and a knack for it. So I wanted to continue that. So ever since then, I've applied for shows. I've worked with artists. I've produced exhibitions since 2017.
So what do you feel like is the best part of this job?
Working with artists. I really enjoy seeing an artist smile about how their work is presented, knowing that I listened to their voice, their artistic voice, and I was able to steward that and also communicate it to an audience. So I become a conduit essentially for their work to be shown to the world and for them to know that I understood what they were trying to say with their art and I showcased it in the best way. That is the best joy. So I always say that every show that I've done is my favorite is because it's true. Every show that I do is my favorite.
Okay. I dig. All right, so look, I got to ask this.
Mm-hmm.
How do we get to Harley Quinn as this Loveless tattoo then? Why did you feel like that was the tattoo that described your uniqueness?
I don't know. When I saw the story really play out in the movies that kind of came out with Suicide Squad and all those movies kind of creating the storyline from her origin through their love story with the Joker, I think something hit me. I've always just felt an affinity with her character because in love, everybody has layers to them. And as refined as I can be, I also have many layers of Lauren that is the fun, that is the outgoing, and most people don't see that side. And I think that it's funny, my mother asked about why Harley Quinn, it's so aggressive. And I'm like, if you really understood the story of Harley Quinn, she was a doctor, she was refined, she had this really serious job trying to heal people. And the Joker became one of her clients. And I see it as, in terms of love has driven me crazy before. It has driven me to be, it has driven me to be something that I'm not. But I think that in terms of everybody always evolving, I'm a person that continues to shed and evolve. With the Harley Quinn story, even though she went through the period of being completely under wraps with the Joker, she was able to release herself from him at some point and find her own voice and fight against him, essentially. And I think that strength that she showed and the evolvement that she created for herself kind of resonated with me. I think that even though love has hurt me, love has changed me, Harley was relatable to me because I felt very much in sync with how she allowed this one person to change her into crazy, but then she grew away from him. And I think I experienced that in my marriage where I was with this man who I allowed to completely encompass me and fawn over him. And then at some point I started to wake up and was able to realize that I was crazy. And so no offense to him.
No offense
to him, but he didn't get the best parts of me because he only saw the parts that I gave him. And that was a lesser evolved version of me. So I think Harley Quinn and having the duality of being very grounded and also being a little crazy, because that part does stay with you and it's it doesn't leave you. And I think it's, she still kept her image even though she became more aware. So I think you still get kind of tattooed with the love that you experience, but you can also evolve and always grow in that.
Good God, was that not a great answer? Look, see, this is what I'm talking about, people. This is why we do these Loveless tattoos, because we want to see the evolution of people and just see people be, you know, happy to talk about themselves, like, and the evolution that they've made and the things that they like. You know, it's just beautiful to hear that you can bring light to Harley Quinn of all people and have this powerful resonance with it. I just want to say thank you for even sharing that. And thank you for being part of Loveless and showing why the world doesn't have to be so loveless.
It doesn't.
They'll be like Lauren.
I mean, I do have a bat over my shoulder every now and then if somebody messes with me, but I will, you know, as you become aware, you just try not to get to that point. So,
all right, don't be
duality.
so much like Lauren. No.
Duality, like you said, duality.
All right. Thank you, Lauren.
Thank you.